and Cassie, and today we're finally reacting to the pilots. Let's get on to the reaction. The good old days where Kai's actually working at his father's blacksmith's shop. Remember when he used to do that?
Presto! Aww.
You made.
And also, daily reminder, he's also horrible at it. Remember, wasn't it March of the Oni where they're like, oh, Kai, make the golden weapons. I'm like, hey, how we don't allow Kai to make the golden weapons? He's horrible at making swords.
But I'm gonna be a better blacksmith than Dad ever was.
But why, though? Why do you want to be a better blacksmith than your father? Isn't it weird that they kind of just stayed at their father's blacksmith shop? Like, they were abandoned when they were children, and we definitely know that they had someone babysitting them or taking care of them, because, two kids can't definitely raise by themselves, but they, well, most likely either someone came to this house and raised them in the house and left or died off screen, or they lived somewhere else and then they came back to their parents' house for some weird reason.
You're a long way from finding a ninja in these parts, old man. And
ironic that he says that because there are two ninjas here, Kai and Nia.
The shop is called For Weapons, not For Browsing. Either buy something or go peddle your insults somewhere else.
Hey Kai, I don't mean to be rude to you, but he kind of has to browse in order to buy something. He can't just buy something and then later be like, oh, I actually didn't want that. Are you trying to not give yourself business?
He was just... forget it.
I love Kai's idiotic moment, oh my god, he disappeared, where'd he go? You told him to fuck off, Kai, where else would he go? When the skeleton warriors come to Ninjago, why does the sky turn black?
Master Samukai! With all due respect, last time.
Hey, yo, it's Samukai. Before you know, he dies and never appears again.
Find that map. Attack!
I love that Suzuru's best friend and only person to trust was kind of the fire guy. Because, he was the one that hid that map that told him where the golden weapons was. He was the one, and his wife made those reversal blades. But isn't it weird that once Suzuru, met Kai, he was like, I guess there's nothing important here. Yeah, sure, buddy. You weren't going to come back and harass this kid to become a ninja.
What are they?
I don't know. Stay here.
Is this inferring that Nia and Kai have never seen the skeleton warriors before? Because it seemed as if the skeleton warriors have been attacking Ninjago maybe for a while. Or maybe they haven't. Maybe they have attacked Ninjago, but not this town of Ninjago, since it's a small town and maybe information hasn't been gathered there.
I thought I told you to stay back!
I love the fact that Nia somehow knows how to fight. I would expect maybe Kai would know how to fight, but why is Nia learning how to fight? Well, wasn't that convenient? I wonder if this means his Samukai had 4 arms. Gamadon just kind of copied him. Hey Lou, nice to see that you finally popped up. Where were you? I like how Samukai checked Lou.
Lord Garmadon.
Of course it would be under Lord Garmadon. You banished him to the underworld. Quick question, why did they take Nia? I know they have some plan to use Nia so Kai could get the elemental sword of fire, but couldn't the skeleton warriors also get the sword of fire as well?
Done something! You could have used your twist itsu or your
Spin it.
Hey Kai, the main reason why Wu didn't save your sister is because he wants to train you to be a ninja.
That's so important to them, and why would they take my sister?
I love that the armor's actually making noise while Kai is walking, because you will never find that in later seasons. The armor and stuff will never make noise.
Name. Ninjago was created by the first Spinjitzu.
Hey, it's a long before time segment that we see a bazillion times. Let's go!
The oldest was struck down and banished to the underworld.
If only Lloyd paid closer attention to the story, then he would realize his father actually got banished in the underworld instead of blaming his father for leaving him.
That honest man was your father. The older brother.
I love Kai randomly just sitting on this rock listening to the story. Like, I know he wants answers, but I find it strange that he's sitting on the rock. I would feel like he would be pacing back and forth listening to the story.
Since my brother cannot enter this realm, it's obvious he is.
Quick question. Why can't he not enter the realm? Is it because he was banished and somewhat turned into a shadow? Is that why?
Not get involved in your sibling rivalry.
Clunky mule.
Hey Kai, I hate to break it to you, but you can't even make a sword properly. I don't think you have a chance in saving your sister. Do you know how to get into the underworld? I don't think so. You know what's strange? Like, Kai is climbing the mountain. Is it because Wu ordered him to climb the mountain? Or is it because he didn't know that there were stairs until they came to the top and Wu was like, oh, by the way, there's stairs. I just wanted to, like, get you some training. And, like, when the ninjas get lazy and stuff, why doesn't he order them to climb the mountain the old-fashioned way? Like, that would get them to not be lazy or get some exercise.
Whoa. Is this gonna teach me how to do that cool move?
I love the old dojo. It's sad that we don't get to see it until season 10, which is really weird, because, like, why until season 10? It felt like they were, like, some bad guys, like, you could definitely live in the monastery and, like, be fine, but I think, like, probably the bounty was better, because you could travel the world and fight the bad guys instead of staying in one place.
Today you failed. Tomorrow you will try again.
I simply love this scene because Kai's like, wait, I only did it once. And Wu's like, you failed, try again tomorrow. Like, he only gives him one chance. And then he's like, off the bat, I'll keep training. I don't care.
Fail.
I love the scene of, like, Kai keep trying again and again. Like, he's determined not to give up, like, at all. I love that Wu kind of cheats here. Like, Kai was supposed to win, so Wu, like, hurried up to make the tea. But I think it was, like, him be like, oh, Kai's a lot faster now, so I must go faster as well to see if he can beat the record.
So, am I gonna learn this spin jitsu I've been hearing so much about?
Master Wu, why are you mad at Kai? He finished your little training course. Why are you acting like this? Quick question, where were the other ninjas? It looks like they were probably maybe out of town, but what were they doing? And by the way, so we do know later in the episode they didn't realize that Kai was supposed to be another ninja. So what did they think Master Wu was doing with Kai? Now, before we start the next episode reaction, I must tell you, hey, if you enjoy my reaction, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a goddamn comment, let's get on to the content. By the way, did these ninjas know that they were supposed to attack Kai? I have a feeling that they were told to, like, attack Kai, but I always find it weird that they attack Kai. I love that Kai is using his surroundings to fight off these random people.
They're your students too? This was my final test, wasn't it?
Whoa. I love that Kai finally clocked in and was like, oh wait, these are your students too?
Three blind mice, 3 musketeers, 3... what he's trying to say, Sensei Wu?
Quick question, why didn't Master Wu not tell them that he was being another, like, student? Maybe because, like, of the way how, like, Kai first treated him, he was kind of, like, arrogant and pushed him off and told him to, like, go away, so, like, he didn't tell them. Like, maybe if Kai was nicer, he would have, like, been like, oh, come to the temple and I'll train you with everyone else. But since Kai was sort of, like, did that, he's like, I'm not gonna tell anyone that you're training until your attitude changes.
Wait a minute, I'm still black.
Kai, master of fire.
Yo, it's that crow. Wait a minute, I'm still black.
Well, I'm the master of. I do a little inventing, I dabble in model building, touch of cooking, a little...
It's kind of weird that Sensei Wu is telling us, like, their powers. I mean, would make sense, but I would also love the ninjas who already know the powers be like, yes, Sensei Wu, we already know this. You've told us that we could do these elemental powers for a while now.
Nice to meet you, kid. I got your back. And for the record,
There ain't nothing in this world.
You know what's cool? They honestly muffled the voices, which would have been cool if they carried it on, just like fixed it a little bit, because sometimes they're like way too muffled, but they just like completely don't do muffled, which I understand because sometimes it would just be a hassle to do that, but I just find it super cool that they did that in the pilot season.
What about my sister?
We're saving a girl?
Is she hot?
Jay, I just wanted...
Jay has only one thing on his mind, and also Jay, isn't that crazy that Jay, like when Kai automatically says like, oh, what about my sister? Jay's like, ooh, can I hit on her?
Way to go, spark plug.
I sense this is some strange form.
I find it odd that they're carrying Master Wu around. By the way, shouldn't Master Wu know where the golden weapons are buried? Because isn't he the one that made the map that gave it to the guy? Unless other elemental masters buried the weapon, but I don't think Wu would chance that, so maybe he buried it, gave it to the guy, and then forgot about it.
I was testing.
I find it weird that there were actually other people on this mountain who were like kind of climbing Cole. I mean, Cole was kind of climbing by himself because like that's what he does. When Cole gets depressed and lonely, he just climbs a mountain. But also, during any of his flashbacks, none of the other people who were climbing also the same mountain come up and be like, why are you talking to this old man who's sipping cup on the top of the mountain? Also, how are you here? I love the first time Wu finds him. So he just sat at the bottom of frozen lake, just chilling with the fishes. I find it weird that Zane didn't realize he was not normal until he figured out that he wasn't normal. Like, dude, you were at the frozen lake, just chilling.
The plan? Sure do. First, we lower ourselves down the ledge, and then... Where's Kai?
I kind of wish they kept Cole being the leader, because I think that would be cool instead of just giving it to Kai, because like Kai, he's a hothead, he's irrational, and he's like the newest member. Like, why would you give him the leader role? Like, it should have been just like maybe Kai being like the older brother to like Lloyd, and Lloyd looks up to him, and Cole like leading him. But no, they don't do that. They like completely just throw Ty's Cole storyline away and then just be like, oh, no, who's leader? It's supposed to be Cole, and then just give it to Lloyd, and like Lloyd just looks up to Master Wu, and I'm just like, hey, Cole was leader, give him the leader role back. I love that these skeleton warriors are just complete idiots. They have no idea what's going on, like, at all.
Matter with you?
You know what's strange? Is Jay the one that hits Kai? Maybe it was supposed to be Cole, because I feel like Cole would definitely go like, hey, what's the matter with you? But it's Jay, so I think maybe they were supposed to do something different with Jay. Like, maybe he's supposed to be dorky and stuff and really, like, autistic. But, like, when he locks in a mission, he, like, locks in and will scold anyone for, like, not being serious.
They're digging in the wrong spot.
The golden weapon is near.
How did the skeleton warriors not figure out this map was upside down? Unless they knew it was upside down but couldn't get the golden weapons. Because they do like wait for like Kai to get the golden weapon in the fire temple for some reason instead of getting themselves. So maybe they're tricking the ninjas into getting the golden weapons so they could just like attack them.
That is so cool!
Why is the golden weapon in the throat of the dragon? That one thing never makes sense to me, like, at all. How is this cave so echoey? There's no way everyone heard that.
All right, team. Everyone...
Ain't it weird that after they take the golden weapons, the dragon slowly starts to move? I'm like, was it petrified? Was it in a slumber? Well, like, why did it activate after the golden weapons were taken? I know it's supposed to, like, protect the golden weapons, but why did it stand there petrified, sort of? I love that Jay is the first one to figure out Spinjitzu. It's just like wild to me that Jay like is the first one to figure it out.
I thought...
Hello, dragon that was randomly petrified. You know what would have been like made sense? Maybe if like the dragon was just there but not having the sword down his throat and like not moving, because that's like a weird thing to have, and they'd be like, oh, the dragon was truly alive. Like, then why was it like that? It should have been like maybe the dragon was like in like a cave or something, and they walk up, and maybe the golden weapon was like in the door or something on the wall, and then they grab the weapons, go, and then the dragon comes out of the cave instead of having that weird animation of the golden weapon being down, like the dragon soaked.
Your mouth shut. Kai!
Isn't it weird that Master Wu told them not to mess with the golden weapons, even though they're supposed to be training with the golden weapons? I would get it because like they don't know like the full extent for the golden weapons, so it'd be like, hey, when you guys get these golden weapons, until like I teach you how to deal with it, don't mess with the golden weapons. But maybe also tell them that.
We are unbelievable. We are the best.
Did you see that?
I love that Master Wu automatically knew that Kai used the golden weapon, but how did he figure it out? Is it because it's glowing? Like when it's off, it doesn't glow, and then when they use it, it glows?
Master.
I love that Samukai is kind of like afraid of Garmadon, because like fail. I wish they kind of kept that later on, like Garmadon's like evil presence and stuff. Like, I'm fine if they'd be like, oh, he has a son and he wants to care for a son. Like, I'm fine with that, like, Lloyd being his weakness. But still have his evil factor. Don't just wash it away and pretend it never existed. And we're left at a cliffhanger. Now, if you like this episode reaction, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications so you know the next time I post. Leave a goddamn comment and have a goddamn good day.